this is basic calligraphy. I have not, this is, you may even say that this is very similar to cursive writing or anything, but this is also known as calligraphy. Then this is what I have written as stay safe is the perfect example for doing Faux calligraphy. I do not need any expensive pen. I do not need anything. Even for today, I will just be using a normal pen. Like you can see, these are the black is a gel pen and the other one is, the blue pen. And this is what we'll be, learning today. You will only be needing some rule sheets and from, just basic pens, and that's all. And the paper that I'm using, this is basic, normal rule sheets, none of the high-end paper here. It is very good for practicing, if you're starting or anything. Okay, so let us start with the basic drills first. I will also be explaining it with a help of a brush pen so that all of you understand which stroke I'm talking about and what I am particularly doing. Okay. Okay. So this is the brush pen I'll be using today. It is from Agile brush pen, Agile Little Artist brush pen. So let us start. The first stroke that we have is a down stroke. Okay. Now you can see my pen was basically moving in a downward direction like this. When I'm doing this, and if I'm making it with a normal pen, I will make it first line, and I'm going to add a thickness. One word that I will be using throughout is thickness or highlight, which basically means that I will be adding this part, this width. Okay, and don't forget to fill it as well. I won't be filling it throughout the workshop because then it will take hours of just understanding one concept. I'm just filling it this one so that you can understand what I mean. Okay. Now you can see both of them are very similar to each other. This is the very first stroke. This is the down stroke. Again, how are we going to start? This is my downstroke. A tip that I will give you if you're making a downstroke, do not make it from down to up. Your hand, number one, will not be able to understand which direction I'm going in. So it is always better to go from the top to the down part like this. Do not go on the other direction. So I'm going to start from top to the bottom, add my highlight or the thickness. Now, whenever you are making this thickness, make sure that the width throughout is the same. So basically what I mean, you do not make anything like this. Okay, this will be entirely wrong. Why this will be wrong? As I said, the thickness should be throughout the same, right? So this is thicker. This is thicker as relatively to this. Okay, this is way more thinner to as compared to the up one, this part here. This is the stroke. The next stroke that we have is my upstroke. Go from the bottom to the up, in an upward direction. If you're not able to make the curve, you can even make it like this. Since we're using a normal pen and you do not have to apply pressure or anything, it is very easier with a normal pen to make my upstrokes. Like this. Again, whenever you are making your upstrokes, make sure that you are going in the same direction of your strokes. Do not make it like this. This will see, it won't affect anything, but it will eventually be confusing you, and how you need to make your own figures. It will just confuse you, and you might even think, see, because afterwards we are basically adding thickness in the, while making letters, while making words, that will, that will be the part where you will be confused. This is my upstroke. The next thing that we have is my underturn and overturn. Let's start with overturn first, like this. This will look here. Now you can see I've divided my entire structure into half. On the left hand side, it is thin. On the right hand side, it is thick. So what I'm doing is I'm starting from here. This is my upstroke, right? I'm starting from the bottom and going on the on the above side. I'm starting from here, and now basically you need to work as an imaginary line. So the blue line that I'm making, this is my imaginary line. I'm going to start from here like this. You can see this part and this part has a bit of difference because this is the bottom, or you can say as a base, but here I'm coming out from a curve. I'm making a curve like here. Okay, again start from here. Okay, and start. This is my imaginary line. I'm not drawing it this time. See, imaginary line is basically that I'm going to make it in the middle. I'm not going to start from here, of course. I'm going to start somewhere in the middle. So I'm going to start from here like this. So how I determine whether I'm doing it correct or not? This is my upstroke. Okay, till here this is my upstroke. Here, so see, this is my overturn. Okay, so overturn is basically a combination of a downstroke, upstroke, where we are connecting both the strokes with a curve. Okay, so this is my curved area. Okay, and I'm coming down from here. Now you can see my arrows are basically coming from the top to the bottom, towards the bottom. So I will add my thickness, or I'll add my highlight here. Okay, again from like this and here. Okay, this is my overturn. Overturn is basically that my turn is on the upper end of my whole exact structure. Next is my underturn. I'm going to start here like this. So with the help of a brush pen, like this. So here you remember on the left hand side it was thin, whereas on the right hand side it was thick. Here it is entirely ulta. So on the left hand side it is thick, on the right hand side it is thin. Okay, again from here, like this. So I'm stopping where according to me is my imaginary line, or where it is dividing my entire structure into half. Let me explain again from here. Okay, like this. Now how I am correct, my pen started moving from this direction. This is my downstroke because my arrows are moving towards the bottom. My curve part, then I go up again, and my arrows are moving on, are moving towards the up end. Okay. My last drill is going to be the circle here. Here. Okay, and starting from here, this. Now, whenever you're making a circle, I will advise not to make it like this, and always make it from here. What is the difference between both of them? My starting and my ending point was on the upper end, whereas my starting and my ending point was on the right hand side. Whenever you're making this, basically you will always have a small upstroke, a curve, a downstroke. So what will happen? So as you remember, we have covered the two overturns and underturn, like this and here. Okay, if I am joining them, the only difference that you need to do is, with what we are making it here, you need to make a mirror image. So it will be from here, like this. Now to add the thickness, again half, here also half. This is my imaginary line, the imaginary dot, and like this. Wherever that my arrows are moving downward direction, making it thick, whereas I will make otherwise I'll make it thin.